tonight. Give credit to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They came out and made the plays they needed to make. And obviously, we came up on the short end here. Injury update for you. Matt Milano, it's a knee and lower leg injury. I know it's not looking good right now, but I don't know any details beyond that at this point. And then Daquan Jones, pec injury, and also not looking good at this point. But I'll know more in a little bit here. Time's yours.
Though we've seen players today go off injury, must have been really good for you to see Von Miller take the field back again. And how much of a positive energy does he bring to that locker room and to when he is on the field with the team?
Yeah, it's been a long road back for Von, and he's worked his tail off to get back here, and good to have him back out there with us.
What didn't work for you today, Coach?
Well, I mean, I think when you look at it, you got to start the game faster. Number one. I think we started 3 and out, 4 and out, maybe 4 punts in a row, I believe. So we got to get started faster, and just the overall, getting the ball back to the offense sustaining a drive, right? Penalties, too many times shooting ourselves in the foot whether we're about to get off the field or we're starting to get into a rhythm offensively, and then we have a penalty or a negative play that sets us back. So just all in all, not good enough.
Sean, I know that you're a firm believer in next man up, but Matt Milano is a little different piece. When you lose him from that middle of your defense, what does that do in game in particular?
Yeah, I mean, it was a setback for us. We're confident in Dorian, who went out there, and then T-Dot was out there as well. So I applaud those guys, T-Dot and Dorian, going out there and not getting a lot of the reps during the week, but going out there early in the game and having to perform.
Generally speaking, was he, Matt covers so much ground and does so much, just the dynamic that you lose when he comes out of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's, the rapport that he has with everybody else out there, TB and then the back seven, together, they've got a rapport that they've built up over the years, and in particular this season so far, and so you lose that a little bit. But like I said before, we are confident in those other guys.
John, ultimately, you suffered a lot of injuries and a lot of setbacks today, but it felt like third down really hurt you on offense too. But certainly on defense, you couldn't come up with some plays on third. They got 10 conversions on you.
Yeah, the rushing coverage have to work together, and it wasn't good enough today.
Sean, late in the game, it looked like you turned to Jamarcus Ingram. Was there an injury to Kyrie Elam, or were you just trying to mix something up?
No, no injury to Kyrie. Just more situationally wanted to get another player in there.
Sean, what was the thought behind having Micah lined up against Calvin Ridley there?
Yeah, that was a zero blitz. Knowing we wanted to force to get the ball out based on the options that they had at their disposal at that point, third and medium there, and the quarterback made a good play.
Coach, obviously it's a disappointing result for you today, but do you have a message for the fans that came out to
Yeah, super appreciative of the fans that came out. I know it's not the result we wanted, but Bills Mafia obviously was very present and made themselves heard today, so I appreciate that.
Sean, Josh used the terms, I think it was tempo and urgency, kind of a lack of both early in the game, and they finally found a groove late when they rallied. I think a lot of people would ask you, are you second guessing at all the decision to fly over here when you did? Were they a little sluggish, and was that part of the issue?
Well, we'll see if whatever comes up down the road in terms of us coming back here, but we need to evaluate everything because I didn't feel like our energy was good enough early in the game. They had better energy than we did.
Sean, Kyrie Elam has been inactive until today. How important that lack of rhythm has been for his performance today?
Give me that again, please.
Kyrie Elam, the cornerback, has been inactive until today. How important you think that lack of rhythm has been for his performance?
No, I mean you're playing. You're expected to play and perform well, regardless of whether you've played or been active or inactive the week before. And guys have done that over the years.
Coach, we have a big game coming up against New York next Monday night. How's the game plan got to change for coming up against them in an important game?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to fly back tonight, watch the film on the way home, and learn from this. And we got to get ourselves back where we need to be. Fundamentally, we've got to get ourselves back. Let's just talk about throwing and catching, tackling, right? Those are the things that at the forefront of some of the reasons why we got the result we did today. And so we got to go back and make sure we're emphasizing that and that along with just getting us in sync on both sides of the ball a little bit quicker and then playing better complementary football all three phases.
Sean, what stood out to you most about AJ in this game today?
Yeah, he showed up. We were getting low on numbers there, and the D line we only had but so many players down the stretch there. But I noticed AJ. I thought he performed well and gave great effort.
You've had some strong games recently. Do you think that this is on the level he's maintaining, or was today a step forward?
Well, I think he's playing confident football. I think he's mentioned that before. His confidence is at a different level this year, and that's showing.
Because of the result, it may go under the radar a little bit, but Von Miller comes back. How nice was it to have him back in the lineup there to kind of solidify everything up front?
Yeah, Von was on a pitch count today, so we didn't have him, through the second half like we would hope down the road here. But it was great to have him back on the field, and you could just see him out there and his impact on the game.
You said you don't know what the plan is for coming back another time. Do you welcome playing here?
We would, yeah, absolutely, we would. We enjoyed just the opportunity to be over here. It's an honor to be selected to play here, and certainly appreciative of our hosts here in London.
Okay.
Sean, 14 rushes for 29 yards. Could you see from your vantage point what Jacksonville's doing to follow your guys up?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we got to be able to win the line of scrimmage a little bit more. I think we had 29 yards rushing. That's not going to be good enough to win most times in the NFL.
Okay.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Morning, North London was full of blue jerseys of the Bills Mafia, and how amazing were they in the stadium today? Because for someone who's been to come to London games a long time, that atmosphere was probably one of the most electric I've ever been a part of.
Bills Mafia travels really well. We trying to expand this thing and get some fans over here. They really travel well, and everybody that showed up, they made a lot of noise. It felt like it was still, kind of a home game. It's not like home, but it's the second home. So
Bit warmer today than home.
Exactly. It was definitely still fun, still a good atmosphere. I look forward to coming over here again, and hopefully we got a different result.
You mentioned talking to guys about a sense of urgency.
Howdy.
Von, how did you feel in your return today?
I felt pretty good. It felt, good just to be out there with the guys. Like I said, on Wednesday, practicing in Buffalo. It just felt good to be back in the motion. It's a great starting point for me, and I can build on that for sure.
What's it like when you see a guy like Matt Milano go down? It's such an important piece in the middle of that defense.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. I saw him in the blue tent. I was trying to check him out, looking there, see if it was just minor, and thoughts and prayers go to Matt Milano for sure.
When you say it felt good to be back out there, that sounds emotionally for sure, but physically, just how did you feel today? Did you feel any limitations?
I feel good. Just dipping my toe in the water, and eventually I'll be able to swim in the deep end with big kids. But it felt good just being out there with my guys, and being back in the motion is definitely something I can build on for sure.
Were you given a specific number of plays today?
I wasn't sure, but I played a couple of plays and I was doing it. It was smart too. I got enough reps in to build on that and get ready for the Giants next week.
Vaughn, you just missed your chance to play with Denver in London. I believe this was your first time playing in London. Pretty electric. How did you find it, regardless of the result?
Oh yeah, I love coming here. In 2017, I spent like 6 weeks here, all over the country, and I love it here. I've been to some soccer games, and it was great to playing in Tottenham Stadium in front of the English, man. It was a great atmosphere. Not the result that we wanted, but it was a great atmosphere, a great day for football. I'm appreciative.
Vaughn, 2 weeks now, you guys have lost Trey, Matt, and Daquan potentially for a long time, each one of them. How does this defense overcome that?
Oh, you just keep playing. We got a lot of depth on this team. We've done a good job of really building the team up with quality players. You can't replace Daquan, can't replace Matt Milano, can't replace Trey Wright. That's just part of the game. It's a terrible part of the game, to get injuries, and especially serious injuries. But you just got to keep moving. I know it sounds cliche, but that's really the only thing that we can do. It's going to suck losing those guys, but we just got to keep taking one step at a time.
What did you see from AJ? What did you see from AJ Epinesa? He just showed up.
Yeah, AJ went crazy. He went crazy the last game before versus the Dolphins. Definitely not surprised. We see it every day in practice. He's an incredible player. I'm definitely not satisfied either. He has a lot more to go. He has a lot more big-time plays to show everybody. But everything that he's done in the game, we've seen it in practice. He's an incredible player, big-time defensive end for sure.
When you say you're not surprised, what are some of the things you do, or he does, excuse me, that you see enabling him to have these games back to back?
He practices hard. He's got a basketball background, so he's able to knock down passes. He's able to track the balls super easy, and he's just a big-time player. He's an incredible defensive end. And I think all the physical attributes are just regular things. I think his intelligence really stands out for me. He's so smart. He's so intelligent. He knows rush moves. He knows rush angles. He definitely knows how to play football. He's a big-time defensive end for sure.
Vaughn, I know you weren't out there at the end, but did you feel like fatigue set in for the defense overall? It was 70-plus plays that they were out there.
No, I mean we're built for games like this. We practice hard. We condition hard as well. Just slipped away from us.
Do you think you could have had an effect on the game without the pitch count? I mean, like you didn't play in the fourth quarter, I don't think, and the defense struggled on third down. So do you think you could have had?
As a competitor, I always feel like I can do more, but it was just the smart call. I was just dip my toe in there and was able to swim, and eventually I'll be able to swim with the big kids in the deep end for sure.
But you are one of the best defenders in the history of the game. What can we expect from you this season? Can you be the X factor that brings this defense to the next level?
If you're asking me, yeah, 100%. That's what I've been doing my whole entire career. This is just a starting point. I feel good going out there. I definitely felt like I could have did more. Definitely felt like I wasn't all the way there yet, but I feel like it was a great starting point for me, and I just continue to build. And most likely, definitely, I'll be able to be the player that I've been in the past for sure.
You speak to Brandon after the game?
Yeah, I did. It was tough, after losses, especially to your buddy like that, But that's just the right thing to do. Go over there and talk to my guy. I really wanted to run in and not say nothing. But that's my brother, man. And no matter how much it sucked, family first, and we got a really, really long history, and had to go chop it up with him, and they gave me a kiss on the cheek. We switched jerseys. He gave me a kiss on the cheek, which is a little bit, rubbed it in a little bit, but it's all good. That's my guy, and we definitely see those guys again in the future for sure.
What do you think about today crowd